Rashta thought she was finally safe, until the man who knew her secret walked into the room. Hi friends, this is Manga with May. Tonight, secrets don't stay buried, and sometimes the past comes back at the worst possible moment. Rashta is devastated. The special banquet? She can't go. Only 20 guests were allowed, 10 invited by the emperor, 10 by the empress. And Sovieshu tells her he can't make exceptions. Because if he does, then it wouldn't be a special banquet anymore. But Rashta already told everyone she would be there. Of course she did. She thought it was obvious. She's his mistress. So now, she cries. Sovieshu tries to calm her down, saying he'll ask Navier to give up one of her seats for her. Navier is summoned, and when she enters, she is breathtaking. From head to toe, perfect. Even Rashta can't help but stare. Sovieshu asks her calmly if she can make room for one more guest. Navier pauses, thinking it must be someone important. But then, it's for Rashta. The room turns cold. Navier looks at him and simply says, "That's not possible. How could they ask an honored guest to give up the place for his mistress? And why is he asking her to do something even he, as Rashta's lover, cannot?" Then she leaves without another word. Later, Navier walks through the banquet, checking on her guests. She approaches Grand Duke Kaufman, asking politely if the food suits his taste. But his response is strange. He asks if this is how things are done in the Eastern Empire. Navier is confused. And then he says, in Lwipt, the king and queen stand united. And if the king's lover ever came to the queen's attention, the queen will have her executed immediately. Navier answers calmly that in the Eastern Empire, not even the empress can order an execution without reason. If she did, she will face the law. But the Grand Duke only warns her. It is unwise not to protect what is yours. And then he leaves. Navier sighs. Why do people look at her with pity when she isn't the one who betrayed the marriage? Then, "Hey, Your Majesty." Henry appears behind her, playful, casual, but perceptive. He tells her he read the letter and understands she wants to keep the friendship a secret. Navier is surprised. How did he figure it out? Henry explains. Rashta and her servant knew the contents of the earlier letters, which means someone close to Navier must have leaked them. And then one of Navier's ladies-in-waiting joined Rashta. So it wasn't hard to connect the dots. Henry sulks a little, saying it's sad to be ignored by his dear friend in public. Even though he's surrounded by people, as the prince of the Western Empire, there is no one he can truly open up to. Navier understands that feeling more than anyone. He says he wants to be friends with her properly, not just letters. But Navier refuses. Letters are enough. So Henry jokes, maybe he should just call Sovieshu a son of a bee. And Navier bursts out laughing for the first time in a while. He smiles softly and agrees. He'll keep the friendship hidden, but ask just for one thing. Don't ignore him when they meet. Meanwhile, in another banquet hall, Rashta is glowing. Without the Empress, without Duchess Tuanya, she feels free, like a social butterfly. Once, she thought her beauty was a curse, but here, it's her power. And she believes as long as the Emperor protects her, no one can touch her. Then someone asked, "Lady Rashta, weren't you invited to the special banquet?" Rashta smiles sweetly and lies, saying she declined the invitation because someone else deserved the spot more. And the ladies believe her. They praise her, admire her, and Rashta feels untouchable until she sees him. A man across the room. Her hand slips and her glass falls. Her face turns pale. She starts trembling. It's him. She quickly tries to leave, saying she doesn't feel well. But before she can escape, a voice calls out, "Rashta!" Viscount Loteshu, the man who knows everything, the lord of the estate where she once lived as a slave. Back at the special banquet, Henry casually tells another lady that he's given up searching for his pen pal. Seems like they prefer to stay anonymous. At the same time, a guard approaches Sovieshu, whispers something, and the emperor leaves immediately. Navier watches, but assumes if she's not needed, then it must be about Rashta. Later, Navier goes to the other banquet hall to meet Laura. Laura rushes to her, excited, barely containing herself. Navier already knows by her behavior this is about Rashta, and she doesn't want to hear it. But Laura blurts it out anyway. The rumor is true. Rashta is a runaway slave. Viscount Loteshu recognized her instantly and exposed her in front of everyone. Navier pauses. So, was Sovieshu unaware? Maybe. But even if he was, she knows one thing. He still loves Rashta. And Navier doesn't want to get involved anymore. But Sovieshu doesn't let her go. He summons her. Rashta lies unconscious beside him, and he asks if Navier has anything to say. Navier calmly asks, "Why did you call for me?" He is frustrated because she doesn't look concerned at all. Navier tells him she heard what happened and understands he's upset, but there's no reason to take it out on her. Then he says something cruel, that Navier has everything while Rashta has nothing, and only now he is starting to see things clearly. Navier replies, Rashta is not her responsibility. She is his. But Sovieshu accuses her of inviting Viscount Loteshu on purpose to expose Rashta. Navier reminds him the invitations were sent weeks ago, before Rashta even arrived. But he blames her anyway, saying she should have cancelled it. Navier fires back. Then he should have done it himself. And then he calls her cold. Navier leaves quietly. But inside it hurts. Because Sovieshu no longer believes her at all. Outside, Henry meets her. He almost reaches out, but stops himself, carefully, gently asking, "Did your husband upset you again?" He sighs, saying he wishes he met her first, before Sovieshu ever did. He offers to send Queen to cheer her up. Navier smiles softly. She'd like that, and asks where Queen is. He says in his room. He'll go get him. But Navier says she'll go with him. And Henry freezes, flustered. Elsewhere, Viscount Loteshu kneels before Sovieshu. The atmosphere is heavy, dangerous. He understands the emperor's order to take back everything he said. So he apologizes, claiming it was a mistake. But inside, he smiles because now he knows just how much the emperor treasures Rashta. Back with Navier and Henry, Navier quickly realizes it's inappropriate to go to his room at night, so she drops it. Instead, she asks, "What does Queen like?" Henry blushes slightly and says, "Queen likes you." Navier smiles, amused, thinking he's embarrassed for describing a bird like a person. So she asks, "What does Queen like to eat?" Henry answers, "Anything you give him." Later in her room, Navier prepares a bowl of insects, not exactly thrilled about it. Then, Queen appears, landing happily on her lap. She smiles, trying to feed him. But the moment she does, chaos. The bird panics, screeches, and flies straight out of the window. A complete disaster. The next day, Henry casually tells her Queen prefers cooked food and absolutely hates insects. That evening, Rashta lies in bed, trying to calm herself. Yes, the emperor stood up for her. But Viscount Loteshu, the chains, the past, it's all coming back. Still, she tells herself, she is the emperor's mistress now. She is safe. Until she receives a message. Viscount Loteshu wants to see her, and it's not a request. It's a threat. Rashta has no choice. She meets him, demanding he address her properly as Lady Rashta. But he just smiles, cold, saying that title is temporary. He tells her the emperor ordered him to correct his statement. So now people will think he's a fool who can't recognize faces. Her secret depends entirely on him. Rashta snaps, angry, desperate. But then he drops the final blow. Quietly, cruelly. At least I'm keeping your baby a secret too, aren't I? Rashta goes pale, frozen, because the past she tried to bury isn't just back. It's here to destroy everything. Because no matter how high Rashta climbs, one secret is enough to bring everything down. Thank you for listening to Manga with me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next episode.